Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S. Finally back at you with part two of plans for the day. I know this is a bit like a diary, really, but anyway, I hope people out there will enjoy my strange and quirky mind and find my videos a bit interesting or different to other videos out there. But anyway, here goes my plans, part two of my plans for the day ahead, and mainly as it's September. I plan to support Indigenous people from across the Americas as much as possible, as I've talked about before. And I came up with this idea recently, like different groups I would like to support at different months. I'm not sure if I'm going to go into that because I might take quite a while to discuss which sort of groups I want to support in certain months, but I might talk about that another time when I plan it out a bit more. But anywho, I'm going to try not to waffle, and I appreciate your support as ever, and please let me know what you think at the end of the video. And also I appreciate any kind likes or sharing of the video or anything like that, which would help me so much, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, so here goes. So number 11, as I said before, I'd love to talk about what I'd love to stand, what I stand for, and who I'd love to support, and things like that. What I'm not a big fan of the saying, as ever, I'd love to hear what you think, and you can agree or disagree, but I'm not a big fan of the saying, I'm older than you, or respect your elders, or things like that, because I think that makes like age discrimination. I think it means older people, in my opinion, become a bit lazy and hypocritical. But again, that's my opinion, so please don't shoot the messenger. And I could be wrong, base everything on the premise I could be wrong. That's my disclaimer. But like, one of the things I'd say is anyone who gives someone else an errand to do, if it was up to me, I suppose younger generations would perhaps know this, but like there's like games like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, and what happens is when you hit your opponent, they lose some of their energy bar. So imagining there's an energy bar like that that everyone has, anyone who got another person to do an errand for them, I would take the energy from the person who asked them to do the errand and give it to the person who did the errand. But anyway, I hope to talk more about things like that, like what I stand for, if I get around to it. If not today, as I say, maybe next week, because time is, I try and take too much on really, but I know it's already nearly 4 o'clock, so I know I try and take quite a lot on, so obviously there's only 24 hours in a day, so I hope to do as much as I can. But yeah, again, that's something I stand for. I could go on, but I don't want to go on too long for the because otherwise the video will be too long. So I'm going to move on. Number 12, I hope to encourage, motivate, and inspire people, and make the world a better place, as I said before. And I forgot to say actually in part 11, I'd also, as I mentioned before, I really hope to encourage big companies, corporations, and maybe there could be tax deals and that sort of thing, but certainly through like PR or marketing, or try and encourage them as much as possible, to like big companies, as I say, like Microsoft or Apple, or maybe even ExxonMobil, or any companies like that, or any major companies around the world, or companies just generally, to support Indigenous people from the Americas, like through funding, sponsoring some of their businesses, funding them, helping them with their own startups, and again, it could be like they could get tax losses for doing so, or things like that. But yeah, to encourage Indigenous people from the Americas to start their own businesses, and like say, if Coca-Cola or Pepsi or companies like that compete with each other to see who could fund their businesses the most, hopefully that would obviously be worth it for their PR. And yeah, so I hope to encourage that as much as possible. And again, like maybe those companies could also have people, like say Microsoft could have some of their staff going to teach, or having certain people going to teach people how to create their own Indigenous people from the Americas, to teach them to create their own business plans, start up their own businesses, and whatever it involves, and whatever challenges like are involved in a business, they could help them see, like encourage them when they're going through tough times, or things like that. So obviously when I imagine, when I always had ideas, but I never really started my own business. But I imagine, as many people say, there's a lot of challenges when you start your own business. So I imagine that it would be great to see people, companies, organizations providing mentoring services and general support for Indigenous people from the Americas. And I hope as many people from Indigenous people from the Americas watch my videos, and like obviously they support my videos, the more they support them, the more I can help them. Because a lot of what I want to do is for charity, really, rather than making money for myself, as I mentioned before. Number 13, I hope that Indigenous people from the Americas can benefit from scary stories or creepypastas, urban legends, and all sorts of stories and things like that. Rather than other people benefiting from their stories and legends and things like that, they could benefit from them themselves. And normally, like, I have these patterns like 1,300 hours. I normally watch scary videos and things like that. But yeah, I think it'd be great if they could benefit from those, like through YouTube or also from writing in books and things like that, scripts and whatnot. Number 14, hope to help as many people as possible, like solve problems and look at how ideas for solving problems around the world. And again, share ideas and listening to. I love to listen to other people's ideas, which you can share with me on in the comment section on this channel or on these videos, so that we can look at how to solve problems and how, yeah, maybe in the future, like more Indigenous people from the Americas can be supported in STEM and like become scientists and tackle health problems facing their own communities and other communities around the world, and that sort of thing. Number 15, hopefully I'll get around to some writing on paper so I can plan out my videos a bit more and just take the time to write. I know sometimes I do struggle to get my thoughts onto paper or decide what to write, but I hope to get around to doing that sort of thing. And again, I'd love to hear from Indigenous people from the Americas about their aspirations and how to help them with their aspirations. Number 16, I hope to look at what are the best ways to support Indigenous people from the Americas, like unity, uniting them together, supporting them in business, startups, supporting them spiritually and listening to them. I think that would be a great way to support them, like listening to their goals, but also possibly other people from other communities, offering them suggestions of how they can also improve, and that sort of thing. Number 17, as I've said before, like I'd love to get around to writing stories using my imagination, and like some confessional stuff and things like that. Number 18, hope to be as positive as possible. I know I do sometimes get a bit nervous, or sometimes I think I've repeated a few points, or people find. Hopefully, people won't find my videos boring. But if I get some nice comments, hopefully that will be really good. It will inspire me and encourage me, and I'd love to hear from other people, like what you would like to see as well, and what ideas, as I said before, like what ideas you think would make the world a better place generally, especially for people of colour, and in particular Indigenous people from the Americas. I say for September, I wish to support that group as much as possible. 19, again, I'd love to support Indigenous people from the Americas in STEM and take on that challenge, and I'd love to encourage NGOs and possibly the governments in the Americas and international organizations such as the UN to provide educational resources for Indigenous people from the Americas, as I said before, like all of the Americas in terms of STEM. And number 20, I hope I don't offend too many of my potential older audience when I say things like, because I'm quite honest with my opinions generally. So I know I can be a bit spineless, or I'm normally a bit spineless, but I'm also quite honest as well. So I'm not very good at lying or making things up, but I'm not a big fan of the saying older than you or respect your elders or things like that. But as ever, I'd love to hear what you think. If you think I'm wrong about something, please let me know. If you think I'm right about something, please let me know, or whatever else. Or if you think some of my ideas aren't so great, please let me know. If you think some of my ideas are great, then please let me know what your least and most favourite are. And yeah, I can't think of much else to say, but as ever, please don't hold back your feedback, and I'm out. Peace out.